Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your year 2012 horoscope. Firstly, I'd like to wish you a very happy new year. Yours begins with your co-ruler Pluto very closely allied to the Sun. So as the first few minutes of 2012 dawn, there is essentially a conjunction. Now this is going to give you a real desire to express yourself throughout this year. But there's more than this, because if we wind back till the end of November, a solar eclipse suggested that anything around your values was going to be very much to the fore in the first 5 months of this year anyway. But this just ramps up the intensity. You could find yourself being quite evangelical about your ideas this year. And that can be a good thing if you're really positive and enthusiastic, but not such a good thing if you're trying to browbeat people into your view of the world. What supports all this is that Mars, your other co-ruler, is in a brilliant part of your scope through to the start of July. This can bring about a desire to network, join in with people, and with Jupiter, the planet of fortune traditionally, now going forwards in your sector of relating, I do feel that the first months of this year can see a lot of positive stuff around encouraging you to reach out, to connect with people, to be much less suspicious in the way that you interact. Give people more of a chance. Don't be so put off by anything superficial. However, in the early part of the year, there is a huge amount of emphasis in the part of your horoscope to do with your emotions and also where you live. Now, we all know, for those of us that live in the northern hemisphere, that January can be a bleak old month. But I do feel for you, you can gain a lot of solace by cozying on down and focusing on things that are really important to you. This can be family matters. It can be just improving your home in some kind of way. It can be thinking a lot about what you want from this year. But I think the big change starts to occur at the beginning of February, because Neptune moves out of a really tricky area that it's been occupying almost all the time for the last decade or more. It did have a brief sojourn into your sister water sign of Pisces last year, but now it's going to move into Pisces for a really much longer stay. And this is great news for you, because over that last decade or more, I do feel it's seen you very drained at times, very confused. There may have been times when you felt enervated, you felt unsure of what to do. It could be that you've been hypersensitive to anything around you in terms of your environment, where you work, where you live, even the family. And I do feel with Neptune moving into a much more creative area, it can be wonderful for you to express yourself in the years to come. What I can't change is that Saturn, the planet of restriction, which has been twisting backwards in a psychological area for the last 2 years, does go backwards on the 7th of February, and it's going to be in retrograde for 5 months. There may be something that you're avoiding looking at, and this is an opportunity for you to get to grips with. It may be that how people see you is not how you see yourself. You may be manifesting attitudes that you're unconscious of, but Saturn can help you to connect with these, and it can be really good for you. The next big event of the year occurs on the 20th of May. Then there is a stunning solar eclipse, and that can be great for finances. We all know that the world is going through a pretty tough time at the moment. But for you, this can be an improvement in business situations, investments, property, can all come to life. And this is boosted furthermore when Jupiter, the planet of fortune, moves into this area in June, providing a backdrop for the rest of the year. So if you are a very commercial person, you love being in business, use the mental energies of that solar return plus this wonderful movement of energy later in the year to really make your mark. You can do fabulously well. However, in July, well, Mars does move. It moves into your 12th house, and I do feel for the rest of that month there may be something that comes up that's quite uncomfortable for you. But once you get through that, you're into bluer skies, except of course that Saturn will be entering your sign in October, and he will be with you for 2.5 years. Now, a lot of astrologers treat Saturn with a great deal of fearfulness, and there's no doubt about it that Saturn, particularly in a natal horoscope, can be a force to be reckoned with. It's not to be taken lightly, but it does have its plus points. And what it's going to be asking you to do over the next 2.5 years is work really hard to simplify your life, to focus on the things that are really important. You will emerge from that period in a much stronger position, but there might be a few things that you feel you need at the moment that you might need to let go of. Fortunately, a wonderful solar eclipse in your sign towards the end of November suggests that as far as creativity is concerned, it can be your middle name as 2012 comes to a close. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.